Guys, what's up? Welcome back to Football Lounge. Welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about how Rosenior may set up as the new Chelsea manager. What can we expect? So, to start off with, I want to say that so far in the 4 games that he's managed, he hasn't really changed much. He's really stuck to the principles that Maresca previously worked on, which is that 3 at the back in build-up, the 3-2 with the fullbacks inverting to midfield. You had the 2 10s, you had the wingers out wide, and you had obviously the lone striker up top. That's really what we've seen. We haven't seen many changes so far. The fullbacks are still inverting. There really isn't much changes. The only thing that I've noticed so far is the emphasis on building through the middle, trying to play it through the middle. He's very insistent on the team going through the middle of the pitch. Before we go out wide, he always wants to play through the middle of the pitch, try and create a numbers advantage in the midfield. That's pretty much it. And maybe he's not so hell-bent on inverting the fullbacks at times. I have seen the fullback overlap. A few times I've seen that, to be fair to him. So those are the things I've noticed so far. In terms of off the ball, he loves to be aggressive. He loves the team to press very high. He wants the team to be energetic, front-footed, and basically he loves to go man-to-man. He loves the team to be high up the pitch. And so far I've seen that, let's say, the left centre-back, so let's say Fofana, is asked to follow his man and literally go to the other side of the pitch to mark his man. So he's very insistent on going man to man, and he doesn't like to sit back. Let's say he loves a team who, will be on the front foot and aggressive. So what I've also noticed is that it has left us open sometimes, because if we've lost the ball in transition, which can happen when you want to go through the middle of the pitch, we've been open just because we've pressed very high and there's a lot of space, especially in the midfield. I've noticed at times that there's been a big gap between defence and midfield, so there's a lot of work to do there. But you need the right personnel for this as well. That's really another thing. You need the right personnel. When we had players like Gallagher who'd run for days, that would be the perfect player in the system, but we don't have a Gallagher. We have a Santos who he loves to play at Strasbourg, and I think we're going to see him a lot. At times, the players have seemed uncomfortable with what they've been asked to do off the ball. I've also noticed Cucurella, because he's asked to go into that midfield and press, he's been very uncertain of, because he's not used to being in that position. So certain players are uncertain, and a lot of the players are kind of struggling to adapt right now to what he's asked them to do. So we're not seeing the best performances, and it's very hard for managers to come in mid-season and change the whole system. So I think he's trying to stick to what Maresca did, because he doesn't want to change too much. He hasn't had many training sessions with the team, so right now it's about results. I think he's using the squad well. He's trying to use Gerardo, Santos, these players, but it's just you can't expect him to change the way we play at the minute. In terms of what I think he'll look like in the future, when he has more time with the players, I think he may result to a 3 at the back. He used at Strasbourg previously, a 3-4-3 and a 4-3-3 off the ball. So I think this could be the future of Rosenior, of what he wants to do. I think he wants to play 3-4-3, and I think he needs the right profile for this. And that's the thing. I think the way we've built the team is more of a counter-attack team. If you look at the players we have, Garnacho and Neto, players that love to play on transition, Esteval with space, you know. So he needs the right personnel for this. But in terms of what he wants to do in this 3-4-3, he loves the keeper to play at the halfway line, which with Robert Sanchez, that is a no-go. Like, that will not work. He loves to start with the three at the back and then transition to four at the back. And he likes to pack that midfield. He loves to have a box midfield in there, so like four midfielders. He loves the left wing back to be high, and then the right wing back to be more of a kind of right back, if you want to say. So in terms of the wing backs, I think Reece James would be perfect as a right centre back, because I don't see him bombing forward just because of injuries and concerns. I mean, it's very fluid in what he wants the team to do, so he can sometimes be three at the back, maybe four. It just depends on what he's asking the team to do. But this is the team I've built, and this is the team that I think he would go for with what we have available at the minute. I think obviously Sanchez in goal. I put Reece James as the right centre back because of, again, the injuries. Hato, I think, is the left centre back, would be perfect in this system. Cucurella, I think, is kind of struggled to adapt. Fofana is a central centre back, building up play. You know, and then I think Casado, Santos, obviously, a big player for Rosenior, breaking on that play, progressing play. I think he'd be really good. And then obviously Enzo and João Pedro as the 10s. He's used Fernandez as kind of one of the 10s, so I think he'll play there. And one thing I forgot to mention is he loves to have the double pivot. As a pivot, he loves the two players in that midfield to be close together and combined. He loves the midfield to really control the play. So yeah, I think that's, you know, what the midfield would look like. And in terms of the wingers or the wing backs, I think Pedro Neto, I think would be really good as a left wing back, because I just don't think he's a winger. I think as a wing back could be perfect with his work rate. And then the right wing back, obviously Reece James would be right centre back, Gusto right wing back, and then you go probably lean the laptop front because that's what we have available at the minute. Yeah, I think that's what eventually the team might look like. But that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Smash that like button, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon. Peace.